obviously the executive order, it was, we'll go through this tweet, we'll break it down. So awesome. Mr. President, SEC, FBI, DOG, etc. Your president just ordered you to stop the persecution. So you should. He just signed an executive order to protect and promote our ability to develop and deploy code, mine and validate, transact, know our keys without persecution. So this part is key. He just signed an executive order to protect and promote our ability to develop and deploy code, mine and validate, transact, know our keys without persecution. This, if you remember the last year's Christmas stream, this was like a big part of his legal argument, essentially, or his legal defense around what's happening on Pulsechain, which I thought the fact that it's now inscribed into this executive order by Donald Trump, and the fact that there's this connection between Richard Hart's lawyers and Donald Trump's team, I think, like, there's dreamers and there's rationalists. So I saw a decentralized me tweet the other day, and it's like, you can either, the dreamers, I'm a dreamer, I'm looking at the signs, I'm trying to be as rational as possible, I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but at the same time, I'm not going to kid myself with the information that I'm actually seeing. So I'm able to connect the dots. Just because I don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I can see 1 and I can see 5 and I can see 10, then my mind can fill in the gaps to create that sense of direction. And there's this big split on Pulsechain where people who are the deep rationalists, they want the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the rest of us are just like, we've seen enough. We've seen enough. We're staking our bets. We're staking our claims based on that information. So, okay, I feel like this order was written to directly benefit me and my people. That's pretty wild. So I pray those that have been doing the persecuting feel the same way, so the benefits are realized. Again, they have the same lawyers. Lawyers are the ones, or lawyers help formulate laws. So yeah, this to me was like epic. When I saw this, I was like, holy shit. So the Don showed me a bit of the clips of the Don. Don't fade the Don. Again, this bullish, when I'm talking about the Don vid, who quite often, he's an Atropa OG, he's quite often in here. So I'm a leader in this crucial industry. The digital asset industry plays a crucial role in innovation and economic development in the United States, as well as our nation's international leadership. I'm a hero promoting the development and deployment of software, promoting participation in mining and validation, promoting transaction on blockchain software. No one promotes knowing your keys, which some call self-custody, more than I. No one's projects emphasize running your own code on your own computer with no middlemen more than mine. So this was obviously a big thing that people sort of kicked the dummy or spat the dummy with. But at the end of the day, these things are really important. And this core ethos of decentralized finance, of being able to run your own node, run your own software on your own computer, having all these decentralized nodes around the world, this is really, really very important. This is really taking DeFi to a whole nother level that nobody in cryptocurrency is doing. No one, nowhere. Solana doesn't even come close. Ethereum, the Ethereum bros, they'll laugh at Richard Hart. They really got sucked into his outrage marketing, and they got sucked into the flashy watches and the flashy cars, and thinking that, this guy's like a clown, all the while at the same time complaining about the prices of their token, which they're already millionaires on. So, people are hypocrites. People are really here for the money, but they don't want to admit that. So this tweet was just a sensational tweet. So it would be great to drop a note to the various persecuted people that the status of your investigation or case has changed, so they can enjoy the relief the president issued an executive order to create. So you're hearing this, SEC, FBI, DOJ, to you and to your useless undertakings of, basically, you guys are the dark energy. You think you're probably sitting there smiling if you ever heard this, like, oh, this guy, this arrogant kid, but you guys are working for the dark forces of the world. You represent the negative. You're representing the old ways, the old world. You guys are you guys are becoming irrelevant. And time, obviously, over time, your government agencies will also get shut down because you're going to become increasingly irrelevant. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the release of the MJK, the Martin Luther King files. Did you guys see that tweet? There was a tweet. The FBI, the audacity of this organization. You know, the FBI has done some fantastic things, no doubt, but they are just as corrupt as any other organization. So they break all the laws, they skew data, they're corrupt. They're just doing what everybody else is doing, but they think they have the protection of the government and they think they can just get away with it, but they're corrupt. They went after Martin Luther King, and on Martin Luther King Day, they were like, oh, we're really respectful. Thanks to Martin Luther King. We're really proud that he was an American. And then on Twitter, how you can do the fact check. Someone did a fact check that, the FBI basically went after him, conspired to assassinate him, and his family believes that... I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but it was just like a real stitch up. Like, it's the age of truth. You can't hide behind your lies anymore. You could, in the age of newspapers, just, I'll sell these idiots these newspapers and we'll go assassinate JFK. I can't wait to see what happens, because these government agencies are disgusting. They break the law continuously, and then they go after others who they think is breaking the law. So really, they're just hypocrites. So no organization is a truthful organization. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm guessing what this means. If the people doing the persecuting didn't think they were persecuting, which is a different word than prosecuting, then someone is going to have to force them to understand that what they're doing is persecution and make them stop. So this is pretty much how the FCC has been operating. They've just been persecuting. They haven't done any prosecuting, just persecuting. Or actually, they have done some prosecuting, but they've done a bloody terrible, terrible job at it. Or they'll probably feel their actions aren't affected by this order. Who might one contact to ask the persecution to stop? The president obviously knows that persecution is happening. It's possible some of you doing the persecuting are actually reading this very post. Your president ordered you to stop the persecution, so you must. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That really that resonates in my heart. Your president ordered you to stop the persecution, so you must. If they are continuing to persecute, they are now breaking the law. This is the hypocrisy in which these organizations run. So if they are continuing to persecute, they are going against the president's word. They are going against the law of the country. They are hypocrites. They are criminals, and they are persecuting or attempting to persecute people like Richard Hart. And in so doing, are breaking the law themselves. The hypocrisy is astounding and it's disgusting, but their time is up. This is the beauty of the age that we're living in now. Your president understands the importance of what I'm doing. And since you understand it now too, you'll feel great to let us be free to make the world a better place. So there was this particular thing in here. This was one of the, so basically, hang on a second. So there's all these different, so this is strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology. And so this is one of the clauses, I suppose you could say. This was the best one. So protecting and promoting the ability of individual citizens and private sector entities alike to access and use for lawful purposes open public blockchain networks without persecution, including the ability to develop and deploy software, to participate in mining and validating, to transact with other persons without unlawful censorship, and to maintain self-custody and digital assets. It's really almost like this law was written for Richard. It's really almost like Richard's lawyers are working with Donald Trump. It's really almost seeming a little bit like that. What do you guys think? Their time is up, man. Their time is up. So there's this massive sentiment shift. But how's this actually affected the chart? This is the interesting thing. So when I first looked at this earlier in the day,